What a peaceful evening. I can finally wind down after a long day. That's strange. I wasn't expecting anyone.
Good evening. I'm terribly sorry to bother you, but I seem to have run out of food. Would you happen to have anything to spare?
Of course! Come in. You look absolutely exhausted. Thank you. I've been flying since sunrise, trying to figure out the safest way home, but I got completely lost. Don't worry. Sometimes life throws us a curveball. I must admit, I was hesitant to knock on your door. I thought you might refuse to help. Never judge someone before giving them a chance.
Actually, I have something for you. This is a moon feather. It only appears once every 100 years. I wanted to thank kindest fox I've ever met.
Well, I certainly didn't see that coming. Goodbye, Mr. Owl. Safe travels!
Sometimes the smallest act of kindness leads to the greatest surprise.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another English story lesson. Today, we're going to learn intermediate English through an original animated story called The Fox's Unexpected Guest. This story takes place in a peaceful village hidden deep inside a beautiful forest. There lives a kind and generous fox named Felix, who enjoys a quiet life in his cozy little cottage. One evening, just as Felix is relaxing after a long day, someone unexpectedly knocks on his door. Standing outside is a tired owl who has been traveling for hours and is looking for a little help. Without knowing anything about the stranger, Felix decides to welcome the owl inside and offer food and kindness. But what seems like an ordinary act of generosity soon leads to an unexpected surprise that neither of them could have imagined. As you watch today's story, pay close attention to the advanced vocabulary, useful phrasal verbs, and common idioms used naturally in the conversation. After the story, we'll learn the meaning of each one together and see how native English speakers use them in different situations. Let's go back to our story. Listen carefully to what Oliver says.
I must admit, I was hesitant to knock on your door. I thought you might refuse to help.
Did you notice the word hesitant? This is a very common word in English. Hesitant means feeling unsure or nervous before doing something. You want to do it, but you're not completely confident yet. Imagine your teacher asks a question in class. You think you know the answer, but you're not completely sure. You start to raise your hand. Then you stop. At that moment, you're hesitant. Let's look at some examples. She was hesitant to speak in front of the class. He seemed hesitant before accepting the job. Don't be hesitant to ask questions. Now let's see how natives use it.
Yes, I am hesitant.
If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask.
I would like to, of course, but I must be at the Queen's side and be hesitant at all times.
The more hesitant you are, the more uncertain you'll appear, okay?
Now it's your turn. Can you write a sentence using the word hesitant? Share your answer in the comments below. Now that you understand the word hesitant, let's continue our story. Listen carefully to what Oliver says next.
I'm terribly sorry to bother you, but I seem to have run out of food.
Did you hear the expression run out of? This is one of the most useful phrasal verbs in everyday English. Run out of means to have no more of something because you've used all of it. In this story, Oliver has no food left. Imagine you're making coffee in the morning. You open the jar, but there's no coffee left. You can say, I've run out of coffee. Let's look at some examples. We ran out of milk this morning. She ran out of time before finishing her homework. They ran out of money during their trip. Native speakers use this expression every day. For example,
I don't want to run out of my bullets. I don't want to run out of gas in the middle of nowhere.
I don't want to run out of film.
now it's your turn. What have you run out of recently? Write a sentence in the comments using run out of. Now that you know the expression run out of, let's continue our story. Listen carefully to what Felix says.
Of course! Come in. You look absolutely exhausted.
Did you notice the word exhausted? This is a very useful word that native English speakers use all the time. Exhausted means extremely tired. Not just a little tired, but so tired that you feel like you have no energy left. Imagine you've been working all day. Then you go to the gym. After that, you walk home in the rain. By the time you get home, you don't want to do anything except rest. At that moment, you can say, I'm exhausted. Let's look at some examples. She was exhausted after running the marathon. We've been traveling all day, and now we're exhausted. After cleaning the entire house, he felt completely exhausted. Now, let's see how native speakers use this word in real conversations.
Okay, I think it's time to take you home because you're mentally exhausted or something.
You look exhausted.
We know you're exhausted and we're all frustrated, but we cannot fail.
Just exhausted from inventing Facebook or whatever website people our age use.
Great.
Now that you know the word exhausted, let's continue our story. Listen carefully to what Oliver says.
Thank you. I've been flying since sunrise, trying to figure out the safest way home.
Did you notice the expression figure out? This is one of the most common phrasal verbs in English, and native speakers use it in everyday conversations. Figure out means to understand something or find the answer after thinking carefully about it. In our story, Oliver is trying to figure out the safest way home. Imagine you're trying to solve a difficult puzzle. You look at every piece. You try different ideas. Finally, everything makes sense. At that moment, you can say, I finally figured it out. Let's look at some examples. I can't figure out how this machine works. She finally figured out the answer to the puzzle. We're trying to figure out the best way to solve the problem. Now, let's see how native speakers use this expression in real conversations.
I need to figure out a way to make it work with Veronica, okay?
I gotta figure out what outfit I'm gonna wear.
But it's not something you have to figure out all by yourself.
I'm just here to figure out which one I want.
Great.
Now that you know the expression figure out, let's continue our story. Listen carefully to what Felix says.
Don't worry. Sometimes life throws us a curveball.
Did you notice the expression throw someone a curveball? This is a very common English idiom that native speakers use when talking about unexpected situations. Throw someone a curveball means that something unexpected happens and changes your plans or creates a new challenge. In our story, Felix tells Oliver that life sometimes throws us a curveball. He means that life can surprise us with problems or situations that we didn't expect. Imagine you're getting ready for an important interview. Everything is going perfectly. Then, suddenly, your car won't start. That's life, throwing you a curveball. Or, imagine you're planning a picnic with your friends. Just before you leave, it starts raining heavily. Again, life has thrown you a curveball. Let's look at some examples. Losing his job really threw him a curveball. The sudden power outage threw everyone a curveball. The unexpected phone call threw our plans a curveball.
Great.
Now that you understand the expression throw someone a curveball, let's continue our story. Listen carefully to what Oliver says.
Would you happen to have anything to spare?
Did you notice the word spare? This is a useful English word that native speakers often use when talking about sharing something they have. Spare means to give something that you have extra of, or something you can share without causing a problem for yourself. In our story, Oliver asks Felix if he has anything to spare. He is politely asking if Felix has a little extra food that he can share. Imagine your friend forgets to bring a pen to school. You have 2 pens. You can say, I have a spare pen. You can use it. Or imagine someone asks if you have a little extra money for the bus. If you can share some, you might say, sure, I have a little money to spare. Let's look at some examples. Do you have a spare chair? I always keep a spare key in my bag. Could you spare a few minutes to help me? Now, let's see how native speakers use this word in real conversations.
5 minutes to spare, so we couldn't talk about anything.
I offer my life if Jupiter will only spare our beloved emperor.
Hey, do you think you could spare 6 hazelnut caps to go?
Do you think you could spare me tonight?
Great.
Now that you know the word spare, let's continue our story. Listen carefully to what Felix says.
Well, I certainly didn't see that coming.
Did you notice the expression, didn't see that coming? This is a very common English expression that native speakers use when something unexpected happens. Didn't see that coming means that you were surprised because you weren't expecting something to happen. In our story, Felix receives a magical glowing feather from Oliver. He wasn't expecting such a special gift. That's why he says, "I certainly didn't see that coming." Imagine it's your birthday. You think it's going to be a normal day. Then all of your friends suddenly surprise you with a party. You can say, "Wow, I didn't see that coming." Or imagine your favorite team scores a goal in the very last second of the game. Everyone is surprised. You might hear someone say, "I didn't see that coming." Let's look at some examples. The movie had an ending I didn't see coming. She suddenly quit her job. I didn't see that coming. When he won the competition, nobody saw that coming. Now, let's see how native speakers use this expression in real conversations.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
You didn't see that coming?
You didn't see that coming, did you?
Bet you didn't see that coming.
Now that you know the expression "didn't see that coming," you've learned all the important language from today's story. Great job! Now it's time to watch the story again. As you listen, try to recognize the new vocabulary, phrasal verbs, and idioms you've just learned. See how much more you can understand this time. Let's watch the story.
What a peaceful evening. I can finally wind down after a long day. That's strange. I wasn't expecting anyone.
Good evening. I'm terribly sorry to bother you, but I seem to have run out of food. Would you happen to have anything to spare?
Of course! Come in. You look absolutely exhausted. Thank you. I've been flying since sunrise, trying to figure out the safest way home, but I got completely lost. Don't worry, sometimes life throws us a curveball. I must admit, I was hesitant to knock on your door. I thought you might refuse to help. Never judge someone before giving them a chance.
Actually, I have something for you. This is a moon feather. It only appears once every 100 years. I wanted to thank the kindest fox I've ever met.
Well, I certainly didn't see that coming. Goodbye, Mr. Owl. Safe travels.
Sometimes the smallest act of kindness leads to the greatest surprise.
Excellent work. You've completed today's English story lesson. Let's take a quick look at what you've learned today. Our story introduced 3 useful vocabulary words:
Hesitant, exhausted, spare.
You also learned 2 common phrasal verbs: run out of, figure out. And finally, 2 useful English idioms: throw someone a curveball,
Didn't see that coming.
These are all expressions that native English speakers use in everyday conversations. Try to notice them in movies, TV shows, podcasts, or conversations. The more you hear them, the more natural they'll become. And don't just learn them. Try using them in your own sentences this week. That's one of the best ways to remember new English. Thank you so much for learning with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's story and learned some useful English along the way. If you enjoyed this lesson, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more English stories. Every lesson is designed to help you improve your vocabulary, learn natural expressions, and understand how English is really spoken. Until next time,
Keep listening.
keep practicing, and most importantly, keep speaking English with confidence. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.
Goodbye.